Nicky, it's a weekend off for the under-18s this week, which gives us a little chance to reflect over the past few games. Firstly, last Saturday, a loss against Stevenage. Can you dissect the game for us, please?
We asked the players to be brave, to try and play our style, especially in possession, because that's been the most disappointing thing probably for the first 5 or 6 games. We've not really shown the team want to be with the ball, bar a 45-minute spell at Wimbledon. I think we certainly did that, especially with the ball in the first half. We arrived in the final third at will, and we need to score some opportunities we create. Second half, as the game went on a little bit, we got stretched. We still created chances, but couldn't get that goal we needed, and which has been a big problem this season. And the individual errors we're continuing to make are just killing us, to be fair, in terms of outcomes of games. So it's something that we need to keep working on, but a real positive in terms of the performance in possession and the way we want to try and look.
Then a brighter note came last night in the Premier League Cup, where quite a few of your team featured in City's win.
Yeah, so ultimately that's the bigger picture, where it's our job to try and produce players for the next group. Then it's Greener's job to try and produce players for obviously the first team, and we work closely together with that. So as you would have probably saw, Greener came down Saturday with Perks to watch the players, and saw, like I said, 3 or 4 of those boys play Saturday, and then trust those guys to play on St James's. Fantastic to see so many players currently in under 18s and players that have, for better words, graduated, play and perform in a really strong performance. Said for us to watch a Jake Richards, who I think everyone forgets is a scholar. Play with Liam Oakes in midfield, with Louis Case at the back of the pitch, with Tom Dean, with Pedro, with Mitch, however many people in the name. It's fantastic, and something that we're really proud of.
One of the players there that also featured last night was Theo Cutler, who did show the St James Park crowd his great finish.
Yeah, again, Theo, really good kid. You know what you're going to get with him. He presses like an animal. He's got really good movement, and he keeps creating chances for himself based off his movement. The key thing for Theo is going to be how many of those can he put in the back of the net, which again last night he was on for 70 minutes, could have scored 3 or 4 and managed to have the big moment at the end, which is brilliant. So I was really delighted for him, and his celebration was something to remember.
How do these games benefit yourself from a coaching point of view? Does it give you almost an opportunity to watch some of your players a little bit stepped back?
You know, I'm fortunate enough to work with this group of players last year, so I have a good awareness and understanding of what the next level looks like. But for me personally, to get to watch from up high a lot and just observe 3, 4, 5 individuals really closely is beneficial. And ultimately, these players, I said it last week and the week before, can they go into that arena and show enough of themselves, which continually these players are doing. I think from Dan's words after the game, he was really pleased. So if we can keep working in that vein, we'll be pleased. But can the under-18s, when they're playing as a unit, start to get a little bit of flow and rhythm, so that we have all the age groups being as competitive as we can, because that's only going to drive winning, driving development, and that's what the manager wants at his football club.
Now, having a weekend off gives you a bit of time to work on a few different things. How are you planning on spending it out there on the training pitch?
We'll work for the rest of the week. The players will have Saturday, Sunday off. We'll be back in Monday. We have a 17s Premier League Cup next week, which we're looking forward to. So an opportunity for a lot of the under-16s to get some game time with the scholars, which is good. But I think we're pleased with the work we're doing. But like with anything with young people, things take time. And we just need to keep working, and hopefully it's a 2-year process really when you look at it. So we're hoping this time next year players will be in a better place and closer to where they need to be. And along the way, hopefully we can have more nights like last night, where it keeps everyone's spirits up and gives some enjoyment to it, because ultimately it's 2 years for these kids to come out of school, where they get education, they get to train every day, try and get better. So that's what it is for us, and hopefully we can improve as we go.
Now, you mentioned it there, that we've got the Under-17 Premier League Cup next week. Can you explain to the supporters a little bit about that competition and why you decided to enter it this season?
It's basically the version of the 21s Cup for the Under-17. So generally, you have a lot of first years and second years in your scholarship group. So let's just say, for example, you had 10 second years and 6 first years. Sometimes first years might not play as much in the league on a Saturday at some clubs. So I think it's a really good opportunity for those first years to get an opportunity where it's a game for them, and then also for us, what we do here, try and push across the best under-16s and or 15s to play together under lights against Category 2 teams as well are in that. I think it's all about trying to create different experiences. So Saturday mornings are fantastic, Sunday mornings for the young kids great, but there's nothing that beats playing under the lights and that little feel for what they're hopefully going to get in the future. So something we're looking forward to at another non-league ground.
Fantastic. And finally, how are you planning on spending your weekend off?
Honestly, do you know?
Yeah.
I'm going to watch Spurs, Arsenal. I'm going to watch Girona play on TV, and I'm going to watch the under-16s play on Saturday morning, as well as catching up with the first team at Blackpool. So I'll take in 4 games.
So just a little break from the football then?
Yeah, a little break.